What's going on, YouTube? This is my New York Comic Con CBCS signature series books and whatnot. I got 6 more of them back. So now I have gotten 36 of the 38 books I submitted. So, yeah. So there are some pretty nice books. Well, at least one of them is really, really nice. I'm kind of disappointed in quite a number of the books in here, but you know, whatever, you know, it is what it is. But there is one book I'm really happy with, you know. So I'll just start showing them. I already unboxed them. I got them yesterday, and honestly, I just couldn't wait to see the one book, because, well, I'll talk about when I get to that book. I'm going to show that one last. So I'll just start showing these books here to start off. Let me see, do I have all of them? Yeah. The first one is, I got this from Art Germ's table. Now these were all individually bagged, and I tried to go through them and try to find the nicest one, and I thought this one was a near mint copy. Out of the whole stack I could find, there was something wrong with every single one of them, and this is one I found that didn't have any ticks on the spine. So I thought it was a beautiful cover, and I wanted to get a sketch by him, but he starts off at $600 a sketch. So I think Manny NYC was with me when he said that, and I was just like, okay, I'll see you later. But I did go back and I want to get something from him. I did have this one signed, and I had one other book from him signed, my Batman 12, which I was also disappointed in the grade of that one. I think I got an 8.5 on that one, which I was really surprised about. But yeah, so I had him sign this one. Beautiful cover, the Baroness, signed by Stan Lee Lau, or Art Germ, 9.4. Now what the problem was, when I unbagged it, I guess I didn't notice, but there were some issues on the back. You probably can't see it here, but down here on the back of the spine, corner down here, and then there's another one up there. So that's what brought the grade down. I think there was even there was a little bend or something that I did not see. This is New York Comic Con Heroes Haven exclusive, which I did not know that. I didn't know it was a Hero Haven exclusive. So, but it's a beautiful cover. So I am happy to have it, even at 9.4. So, okay. And then this one, I'm not really too surprised about the. This is one of the books I actually surprised I got a 9.4. I thought it was going to be lower because of some of the spine ticks that were on there, but it looks pretty good in the case. So, but it's my Amazing Spider-Man 569. This is the first appearance of Anti-Venom, and it also says it's Thunderbolt's appearance, and this is the Venom variant. But I had it signed by Adi Grabnov. I don't think he really speaks English, because I didn't really do too many. It was difficult to get him to sign a book because he had a long break, or he didn't start signing until later on in the. I only went on Saturday, so, but it was difficult. I had to keep going back to the table to see if he was there yet. But I am happy to have this. Like I said, I'm happy with this grade because I thought it was going to be a little bit lower, but it's signed by down here by him. Let me see if I want to show you guys a little closer. Signed right there. So that's pretty cool. Love that. I do want to get the, I think it's a second printing or something, which has Anti-Venom on the cover. I don't have that one. This one I was very disappointed in the grade. Okay, let me get these out of the way. Because it's a brand new book, basically. I never took it out of the bag and the board it came with, and I never touched it. So I was really surprised at the grade. It's the J. Scott Campbell Star Wars #1. It's the it says stories begins immediately following 1977 Star Wars film. Signed by J. Scott Campbell down here, which is cool. And I don't know how to say her name. Ruffino, Nia, or whatever however you say it, but it's signed by both of them. But the 9.2, and I had to look it up again, but you know what, on CBCS, the graded notes, the CBCS switched over to the new website, and you can't look at your grades anymore, and I don't know how to get back to the old website. So it's insane. Why switch over to a new website when you don't have it fully functional? I mean, that's insane. Where's my free grader's notes at now? But whatever. But yeah, I did look at the grader's notes way back before they switched over, and there's some issues they say about the corners down here, which I can see. I don't know if that's it right there. I don't know if you can see that, and there is some. I guess you can see some like scuffing on the edge of the spine, but that's like happened during production. So, and there is I see it right there. But I just didn't see this stuff. So I am disappointed in that. But I'm still happy to have it, whatever. I'm not going to bother going out and finding another 9.8 copy and try to get Campbell and Rufino to sign it again. It's just not going to happen. Now, this is one that I wish it was higher grade, but whatever. And I look at it and I think it should be a higher grade, but whatever. It's my X-Men 94. I do have 2 copies of this, and I thought this was a nicer copy. So now I might have to get the other copy graded and signed by Chris Claremont. Hopefully he'll be at a con soon. But I thought this was going to be a little bit higher. There is the corner issue here. And I thought, okay, but you know, maybe a 4 or 5. I wasn't sure. But I don't know how much the miswrap plays a role, because I thought about getting a press, but they said don't bother. I don't know. I don't think a pressing really would have helped it. That's what they said. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks like a nice book. It's just there is some corners on there, and I paid well under $200 for these books. So, but it is X-Men 94 4.0, and it's signed by Chris Claremont. It's still a nice book to have. Now, the 2 books I was really looking forward to seeing, the last 2 books. One is a book I paid $15 for on eBay, and it's probably one of my favorite J. Scott Campbell covers. And it's actually a reprint. I'll show you. It reprints Kabuki 1, number 1. It's the Virgin cover for Kabuki Images number 1. And it's signed by James O'Barr. He did some art in here. I think he did a page. And David Mack, of course, Kabuki. You can't really see his signature, but it's kind of hard to see. But there is Mack right across there. He used a gold pen, but it didn't come out as nice as James O'Barr right there. It's really thin. You can see it in person, but hopefully you guys can see it there. And the cover obviously was done by J. Scott Campbell. And it's a Virgin cover for that. And I'm very happy 9.8, which I knew was going to get a 9.8. If they wasn't going to get a 9.8, I was going to send it back and say, look at it again. But basically, there are a lot of people that did art and contributed to this book, which maybe I might break this out of case if I ever have a chance to have other people sign it. But pin-up art inside, that's why I had James O'Barr, he did a pin-up art in here too, was Andrew Dimmitt, which I don't know who that is, Matt Wagner, of course. If I ever see Matt Wagner, I'm definitely going to have a handful of books for him to sign. Jay Lee, Dan Brereton, I don't know who that is, Adam Warren, James O'Barr, Mike Allred. He's coming to the Boston Comic Con, so I might have to break this out of the case, get Mike Allred to sign it. Jill Thompson, which I believe that's the one, she was actually in line. One of the lines for, I can't remember who it was. Someone pointed her out to me. I didn't know who she was. They said they had met her before, and I should have just went up to her and had her sign it. Mike Mignola. I haven't seen him since my first Boston Comic Con, but who knows. Brian Bendis, which I believe he was at the New York Comic Con, which I wish I would have had him sign it. David Mack, P. Craig Russell, which he did a lot of the Elric books, so but I've never seen him. And the rest of the people, I don't know who they are. So, but yeah, there's a few more names I could probably get on there. So very happy to have that. It's a beautiful book. I'm not sure what this book is worth. I know I paid $15 for it, and I've seen it selling. I think I saw it once, $35. It usually sells in the 30s, I believe now. The last few times I've seen it. So very happy to have that. Now the last book. I'm going to take this one down because it deserves its own spotlight. I love this book. I'm just going to put it up there and I'll talk about it afterwards. This is Five Ghosts, number 13. It's a blank cover. I had a handful of blank cover, and obviously it's The Crow, and it's a sketch done by James O'Barr. I had a handful of books of blank covers, and I just basically said, you know, pick a cover and do one. And he grabbed the Batman Detective Comics blank I had, and he said, I can do a Batman for you. And I said, no. I said, I can get a Batman done by anyone, but I can't get a Crow done by anyone, only him. So that's what I wanted. And he said, you know, a couple hours. I got it done when I went to him right when I first got there. He took the book. I paid $150 for it, which I think is well worth it. It just came out beautifully. However, it took all day, and the reason I didn't have Chris Mooneyham or Frank Barbary sign it also, which I think would have been great to have them sign it somewhere, was because I got this book 5 minutes before the rest of the con was closing down. Artist Alley was staying open, but I had to get to CBCS to put this book in for grading. They were closing their booth at 6. So 5 minutes before, he finally hands it to me. I standing at his booth forever. We're just waiting for him to get done. And he apologized for taking so long. But I'm very happy the way it came out. I didn't have a chance to go get the other two sign it because it was so late. So I had to run up to the CBCS. I literally ran from the Artist Alley all the way up to the CBCS booth, and I got there just in time. They were actually already packing up. But I got it, and I'm very happy with the 9.8. Just take a gander at that. It came out beautifully. I said just draw The Crow, and I think I can't remember if he decided to do Five Ghosts or I decided to do Five Ghosts, but I think it's a good book to have it on, you know, with The Crow and what, you know, the story of Five Ghosts. I think is pretty cool. It's one of my, you know, Five Ghosts is definitely a good book. But yeah, it came out awesome, and James O'Barr right there. But I just think it's definitely one of my favorite sketches now. You know, I love the Harley sketches I have and stuff, but this is probably my favorite now. But yeah, I wish I could have got something on the back. Maybe could do a whole wrap or something, but you know, I haven't had that done yet, except for one book. I guess I did have it done. But yeah, guys, so that's all the books. They still have 2 more of my books from the New York Comic Con, and they are books that I had pressed. So they did get them back from the presser, the pressing or CFP, whatever they use, but they haven't started grading them yet. One is I believe it's X-Men 510. It's the J. Scott Campbell cover that has Psylocke on the cover. I had that pressed to try to get the grade because I had a little bit of a spine roll. And I had like 4 people sign. I believe I had J. Scott Campbell. I believe Delgado signed it. And Posner, I think was Posner on that book? Yeah, I think Posner was on there. And I believe there's one other person. I can't remember though. So yeah, that's going to be a good book. And the other one is my X-Men 101, First Phoenix, and that was signed by Chris Claremont too. So yeah, so very happy to have this. Very happy. I hope you guys like the books, and I should be getting some other books back soon, hopefully. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. See you later.